I'm going to be reviewing Soundless by Richelle Mead. I know a while ago I told you guys I would be doing like, 1 to 2 book reviews a month, and I actually failed at that epically. So I'm jumping back on the bandwagon and going to be doing more book reviews. I swear, I promise, it's my New Year's resolution. Yes, it's definitely gonna be a thing. Hold me to it, guys, hold me to it. Anyways, so today I'll be reviewing Soundless by Richelle Mead. As I said before, this is a Utopia book club book of the month, and I'm super excited to have read it with all you guys. I've heard lots of people's opinions on the books leading up to the live show, which is next week on January 1st at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And I cannot wait to discuss my thoughts on this book with a spoiler review during that live show with Reagan from Prue's Project. But as of right now in this video, it'll be a spoiler-free review, so if you have not read this book yet, do not worry, no need to fret, because this is all spoiler-free. Ooh! So if you have never heard of Soundless, or have heard of it, but never the summary, let me tell you what it's all about. Okay, so this book is about a girl named Faye, and she lives at the top of a mountain with her village. In her village, they mine metals for the township below, and the township below, in return for the metals, delivers them food via zipline. And you're probably wondering, why are they doing it via zipline? Couldn't they just like walk to the top of the mountain? No they can't, because the mountain trail actually got covered in an avalanche many generations before. So that's a no-no. So they are at the mercy of the township, and this does not help when the township starts blackmailing them by decreasing their food shipments and saying that if her village does not mine more metals for the township, they're gonna be decreasing the food, which they've already done. So no good, not good at all, ooh crap. But a thing that does not make the situation easier is that everybody in the village is deaf. They communicate via sign language, but what makes this worse is that people are starting to go blind in the village. Yeah, so their only mode of communication is through visual sight, and if they lose that sight, that's really not good. And Faye is like anybody else in the village. She is deaf, but that is until one night where she regains her hearing. Out of the blue, like, wow, I can hear now. And she uses this as her weapon. So she teams up with one of the local miners, and they go down to the base of the mountain on a treacherous journey down the side of a very steep, rocky, avalanche mountain. Oh, wow. I would not be able to do that. Nope, sorry. I would just fly. Because I'm magical. So they go down to confront the township below and say, hey, you need to bring us more food because people are dying and people are going blind and we cannot keep up with the metal shipments that you want. But once they reach the base of the mountain, they are confronted with something that they never would have expected and kind of turns their plans upside down. This novel was very interesting to read because it was so unique. The use of sign language and how you didn't actually speak to the people was a very interesting thing that Richelle Mead did, because I've never read a book where people communicated in sign language. They always spoke to each other, so that was unique on its own part. But adding Chinese myth into it was definitely a fantastic element to this novel as well. Because I don't read Chinese myth novels that often, but I'm really glad I read this one because it's opened my mind up to so many new possibilities in literature. Although I was kind of surprised to find out that this book is a standalone fantasy novel. You don't see those very often, especially one that's only 266 pages like Soundless. So that's just shocking. So throughout the whole entire process of me reading this book, I was like, okay, so how are they gonna wrap this all up in like 266 pages? It does not seem possible. But Queen Richelle Mead did it. She did it, and she did it really well. The plotline of this novel was truly fantastic. It was so unique and different, and I really enjoyed that about it. That was probably one of my favorite parts of this, and I really enjoyed how the romance was played out in it as well, because usually romance, if it's in a novel that's less than 300 pages, and it's definitely high fantasy, so other crap is going on during it, it can feel rushed. But Richelle Mead did this really well. So the characters actually had a type of relationship before in the past years that we do not see in the novel. So they already are friendly with each other. They already have this relationship in a sense, so it did not seem rushed. It did not seem like it was forced together, which I really enjoyed. One thing that I wish was done better on this novel was the character development, because I felt like it was very lacking, because although I did think that the characters were great, I did not care for them as much as I wish I did, because they're really fantastic characters, and I'm just like, I want to care for you more, but I don't feel like I can with how short the book is and how fast it was paced, so I just didn't have time to process my emotional connection with them, which I wish I did. But honestly, since it was such a fast-paced book, it was really easy to read, very entertaining, got to the points that you needed it to get to, and it was a very enjoyable read. I really enjoyed it. I said enjoyed it like 5 times in the last sentence. I enjoyed this book. This is a very different novel than Richelle's other books like Vampire Academy. I love Vampire Academy, and I love Rose, how she's witty and funny, and this character, she's like the complete opposite. She's very serious. She needs to get down to the point. She has a mission that she needs to complete, and it's so interesting seeing these two very different characters from the same author. I really enjoyed seeing this type of writing from Richelle. It's very different in a good way. All in all, I give this book a 3.75 out of 5 stars, which is a really good rating. I very much enjoy this book. I highly recommend it for you guys, especially if you're a high fantasy lover. Plus, this book wraps up really nicely, so do not worry seeing that it's only like just under 300 pages. It wraps up in a very good way and shocking way. Like, let me tell you, that ending, woo! So cool. So cool. So yes, Soundless. Loved it. Great book. Okay, so yes, Soundless is our Peruse Utopia Book Club Book of the Month, but we also have another book by Richelle Mead, which makes this Richelle Mead Month. Because Penguin was kind enough to team up with us this month for Soundless, and they also sent us Richelle's next release, which is called The Glittering Court. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this book. It's one of my most anticipated releases of 2016, so to have in my hands, it's kind of really surreal. It's coming out in April, so you still have a few months before you can get your hands on it in the stores, but that does not mean I'm not going to tell you about it. Let me tell you about the summary so you know what it's all about if you do not know already. So this book is about a girl named Adelaide, and she is a countess, but she wants to get out of the arranged marriage she has set for her, so she goes and disguises herself as her servant and joins the Glittering Court. So what is the Glittering Court, you may ask? The Glittering Court is a school and business where they turn impoverished girls into upper-class citizens. Ooh! So Adelaide, coming from a very rich family, she excels at her teachings, and she also makes some friends on the way, one being Cedric. But Cedric is hiding his own secrets, and I'm really curious about what they may be. Like, ooh, secrecy! Secrecy is the best. And then Cedric and Adelaide go on an adventure that I cannot wait to read about, and I'm super excited to be reading this novel. The Glittering Court is not a standalone like Soundless is. It is actually a series, so we're gonna be seeing a lot more of this book in the coming years, and I'm super pumped about it. I definitely know what I'm gonna be reading very, very soon. The Glittering Court! Sorry, I'm really excited for it. Like, oh. So excited! We have so many good releases coming out this year, guys. Like, so many good movie releases and book releases. I am ready. So guys, yes, that is it for my Soundless book review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you go tune in to our live show on my channel on January 1st at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Hope to see you there. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. And do not forget, the books will be down below if you want to go check them out. Bye!